Hello and welcome to another Matukio tutorial. In this one we are going to talk about different fees, payment and coupons and some other things focusing payment and payment processing. So first we switch back to the backend and have a look at the menu. We start with some different fees now. With different fees you can have 2, 3 or more fees for one event, all in approximately of the default event fee. Let's have a look. In our demo example we have a fee of $10. So all fees we are going to set up now are based on this $10. Let's start. We switch to the different fees menu and now we can create global different fees. I'm going to show you later how you can have event specific fees too. In our example now we just have global fees. They are valid for all events where you turn on different fees. So let's create a new one. Let's say children get a discount of 20. Now we can choose if we want that value in percent or not. If you don't want it in percent, it's directly subtracted from the value, but we want it in percent now. Here we can say if this one is discount or not. If it isn't discount, it's added to the fee. So in our case, it would not be $10, it would be 12, or if we have is that discount on yes, we have $8. Next we can set how long a fee should be valid. If you don't type in anything, it will be valid forever. And at last we should just choose yes. Let's make another example. Let's, for example, create a discount for club members. Let's say they get 10% and rest stays as it is. And let's make a third example. Let's call it including lunch. Let's say lunch costs $9.99. And now we choose it's not in percent and we choose it's no discount. So our ticket with lunch is now going to cost $10 plus $9.99. So $19 or almost 20. And we just set it to published. So that's basically all you need for global different fees. One thing you have to do before you can see them in the front end is switching to the event edit screen and go to the additional settings and switch different fees to yes. So let's save that and take a look at the output in the front end. And just choose book. And as you can see, now we have our tickets there. Children, minus 20%, club member, including lunch. Let's add a ticket, normal, and let's have another one including lunch. And just let me use my extension to insert some random data. Let's switch back. One normal, one child, one including lunch. And we need a payment here. And if I click next, as you can see, based on these settings, total amount is automatically generated. If you use taxes, this is also automatically included in that total amount. It's calculated in the background with Ajax. And later in the booking form too, you are going to have the total amount correctly calculated on your settings. These places are also saved, so you always can see what type of tickets your customer books. You can see it in the backend. I'm going to show that. Booking was successful. Next. And I switch back to the backend, to the administrator part. Let's take a look at the booking. And here it is. And as you can see, we have the total, netto, and brutto, because we haven't set up taxes yet, which was calculated in the front end. And you can see here which type of tickets the user booked. If you don't like his booking, or you have he had made an error in it and didn't add it in the front, you can edit it for him here. For example, remove that fee, save it, and then it's recalculated. That's it. As you can see, different fees are pretty easy to integrate. Now, sometimes you don't want these global ones. For example, you have an event where you only have early bird bookings or something like that I'm going to show you too. For that, I'm going to duplicate the existing event. Let's call it event specific fees. West has to stay as it is. Different fees, yes. And now we have set overrides button here, and if you scroll down to the bottom, you can see custom different fees for the event. Here we can have different custom fees for your users only in this event. So you override all global fees here. Let's make an example. Let's have an early bird ticket, value 20%, and it's just value from 1st December till, let's say, 31 January next year. And we also need club members in here, so we make 10%. This is valid always, and let's have a third one. Early bird including lunch. Then the lunch is just going to cost, I don't know, let's say 99 cents. And it's discount now. And it's also valid the same time as before. After that, the option is no more shown in the front end. So you don't have to switch anything off. It's automatically hidden on the 31 2013 14. So let's save that and go to the front end, event list, event specific fees, and we hit book. And as you can see, we have now the new prices, new event specific prices, and have overridden our normal default global fees. So you can have boost types pretty easy to insert, and you can of course always remove them. If you don't want them anymore, just remove all these and you don't have any overridden event specific fees anymore. As you know, if you don't want different fees for an event, you just switch that one to no, and the global different fees are not used for that one, and the event specific too. That's it about event specific fees. Next I'm going to show you tax rates. Tax rate is pretty straightforward. You just have a text title and a value. Text title is mostly used intern for selecting and etc. So you can identify your tax rate. You can have different tax rates for different events, etc. We just choose 19% text demo, and we say it's published. Yes. And now we can use that one in our event creation form and can say our event should use this text, and now it's automatically now automatically the text for this fee, this is a brutto fee, is automatically generated. So this fee should always be including taxes gross, as you can see. So in our case, 19%, 190 is the fee, which is automatically calculated. For what do we need that? We need that for calculating invoices, for calculating emails, and so on. So you should start by setting up your fee, and every event should have a fee, so later you can easily generate invoices, etc. out of it. Next thing we're going to look at are coupons. Coupons are also working straightforward. We have a coupon code. I would suggest you using just uppercase letter, but you can use anything you like. Let's make a Xmas coupon code. Let's say we get 30% discount. This hits limit to unlimited. If you want, for example, that a coupon can only be used one time, you just type in 1 here. And the coupon code can only be used one single time. We choose percent and we say it's valid from beginning in December to the end of the month, and we choose published, and that's it. So if you want a coupon only one time valid, you just insert 1 here, or 10 time valid. You can have any value you like in here. So let's save that one and try it out in the front end. A bit much tickets, 2 normal tickets, 1 club member. Let's go next. Method of payment cash. And this coupon code is automatically validated. So if I type anything wrong in here, the entered coupon code is invalid. So users don't send any bookings without a valid coupon code. It's automatically validated in the front end, and you don't have to care about looking if this was valid. So let's take that one in, and as you can see, now it is working and we got a 30% discount in our tickets. It's automatically also calculated here. And when I switch to paid booking, and we took a look at the coupon code again, you see the coupon code is used one time. It's automatically counted how often a coupon code is used. So if you would have hits limit set to 1, the coupon code would not be anymore valid. Next thing we're going to talk is payment plugins. You've seen some here in the front end. I just go back and one more back and load the form new. You have seen these ones. Most of these plugins have also some options which you need to fill out. So for example, PayPal currency, PayPal address, where the payment should go, and some other things. This is done in the extension manager under plugins, because every payment method you see here is done with a Joomla plugin, so that you can easily, if you are a coder or have someone, you can easily have your own payment method sit here, and we're using the great Joomla payment API, so we have a standardized way of payments. So let's, for example, take a look at bank transfer one. It's a bit more interesting than the other ones. We switch back to the plugin manager, and you can here select payment. All these plugins you see here are used by Matukio. So all these have different settings and some things to do, etc. Let's take a look at bank transfer one at first. Plugin name, bank transfer, and you can set here status enabled, disabled, and so on. If you want to set your bank transfer data, you go to payment and just insert it here, my bank account, my bank, and just insert account holder. You can have an IBAN here, a SWIFT here. Let's just save that. And now you can use the starter is shown here, and you can use it also in any email with Matt in your templates, for example, with Matt booking payment details or Matt bank transfer data. So that's the reason, because it's not in the plugin settings. Some things are in the plugin settings and some are in the backend settings. It's a bit, if we also need it on other places, we insert it in the Matukio settings. If it's only plugin based, we have it here. One thing I want to show too is how this one is named. You see, sometimes you don't want it called cash or bank transfer. This is based on the plugin name. So if I just insert pay by cash here, you see that's the plugin name. So you can change that name to anything you like. If you don't like cash, you just insert pay by cash, you can translate it, and you can do some other things. An example for a plugin specific setting is, for example, PayPal, which has this PayPal email address, needs your PayPal payment address has to be inserted here. So there are some settings in the plugins and some settings in the backend of Matukio. There's a detailed documentation site for each plugin which explains how to use it. If you don't want to use any of these payment plugins, you can just disable, for example, alpha points, link point, and so on. You just set the status to disabled and it's no more shown here. If you disable all plugins, this payment processing of Matukio is completely disabled and you're not going to have a second page, but you can then have fees, different fees, and so on without any payment processing. So as you can see, payments with Matukio are pretty easy, pretty straightforward. If you need any other payment methods than we currently offer, you can just drop us a line. We're always happy to integrate new ones and are always watching for ideas, etc. Now, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just drop us a line. And goodbye.